Hey, how's everyone doing tonight? It's Wednesday and it's my girl Tisha Marie's birthday. So, first, before we get started, happy birthday, girlfriend. Can't wait to see you next Tuesday. So, I've got to ask this 15 minutes of fame is for my career professionals and job seekers. That's my cat, Brittany. Gotta love live. I want to ask you, do you hate your boss? Are you struggling to actually perform your tasks at work? Are you underperforming? Do you hate Mondays so much that you call in sick? Yes, even if you're working remotely, do you just check out? I have felt all of these things at some point in my career, so much so that I had insomnia and depression, and it sucked. I want to let you know it's not you, it's your job. It's sucking the life out of you. For whatever reason, it is not a good fit anymore. Most likely, you've been there too long, you've grown, the position hasn't grown, you've inherited a boss that isn't a good fit for you because you can be great at your job, but if your boss is a micromanager, that can ruin everything. I'll say a little more about that a little later in the show. Hi everyone, I'm Mary Fain Brandt, LinkedIn consultant and career coach for working women, the career professionals who are looking to pivot and find work that aligns with their talents and skill set. But where do you start? How do you start? And how do you get going without getting overwhelmed and frustrated? Well, you have to start by creating a plan. And here's what you guys need to do. You need to start backwards. When do you want to have a new job by? Now, if you tell me next month, I'm going to say it's probably not likely. And here's why. I'm going to read a statistic to you from the BLS, the Bureau of Labor Statistics. It says that the approximate time that it takes for someone to actually secure a new job is around 5 months. And I have found that to be true even before the pandemic. Now, part of the reason is because the hiring process needs to be overhauled. I know it sucks. That they say that the average job seeker has to apply 10 to 20 applications to get one interview. I want to say if you're applying 20 applications and you're only getting one interview, we need to take a look at your resume, your LinkedIn profile, and what positions you're applying for. How you're applying also matters. I've been told by recruiters, do not hit easy apply on LinkedIn. I know they have it there. It makes no sense. If you're a recruiter and it does work, please tell me that I'm wrong with that statistic. Recruiters have told me that it appears to seem like lazy when people do that, which I don't understand because all the information is on LinkedIn. Why not use the easy apply? But hey, I want you guys to know that there are thousands, millions of job openings right now. As I said in the event that I posted, millions of job openings right now. It's actually a job seeker's market, and you have a little more flexibility as far as, what you're asking for. Negotiation, that's on your side this time. But, where do you get started? I do want to share that last night, my client, we started working in June, and she got a job offer yesterday. I'm super excited for her. We got really crystal clear on who she is, what type of job she wants, who she wants to work for, and we created her red flag list of who she doesn't want to work with, the type of organizations, the people, and the work. There's actual work that she's qualified for, but she doesn't want to do that type of work. So we got super clear on that. We created a strategic list of organizations and position descriptions that are a good fit. And I'm happy to say she got a job offer. Yay! So excited. As I said, we started working in June. So June, July, August, 3.5 months. That's right on target if you're serious and really focused on the jobs, not just sending applications in left and right to everything that you think might be a good fit. So I have a list of them. I'm going to give you 10 things that you can do as career professionals if you are ready to pivot. And I'm here to tell you it's time. Take the leap, make a career pivot, jump off, get ready. Let's rock and roll. Let's do this. Number 1, start assessing with what you do like at your current job and what you don't like. Make a list, pros and cons. What are your top 5 skills? I want you to write those down. You might think you know them, but when you really have to think about them, other things might come to your mind. What's your personal brand? Whew, my advice to anybody looking for a job in 2021, you have to have a personal brand. And most job seeker career professionals, they don't because you didn't have to before. But that's where we are at in 2021. So you need to have a personal brand. And I actually love working on this with my clients of developing their own personal brand. And a personal brand is not just colors, logos, and fonts. Okay. Personal brand is, what do you stand for? What are you passionate about? How do you want people to feel when they visit your LinkedIn profile or see your content? So it's really about who you are as a person, not just as a job seeker. It also really helps you stand out to recruiters. So recruiters have said time and time again that those with a personal brand stand out more. Hola, who is here? Now, it doesn't have your name. I'm wondering who that is. There could be many different people, but thanks for joining us. Are you a job seeker, career professional, or business owner? So we were at tip number 3, building your personal brand. Tip number 4, revamp your profile. Based on the objectives and the research that you do on the type of organizations that you want to work at and the type of positions that you want to secure, it's probably time for a LinkedIn makeover. And I'm talking probably scrapping the whole thing and starting from scratch. You also want to, when you're creating that personal brand, you want to have a custom background banner. You want to put some work into your LinkedIn profile. That shows recruiters, you're smart, savvy, and you're invested, right? So really revamp that profile. If you need help with that, go ahead and reach out to me. It's actually something I love to do, is really taking that profile, branding it, and making it showcase my clients' strengths and their accomplishments in a non-salesy way. Also, you probably need to update your photo and your headline. Why we want to use keywords. So if you're a senior account executive, that's a searchable term that people will be looking for, but we don't want just that. And you definitely don't want the name of the company you're currently working at in your headline. So we really need to revamp your headline, and you get up to 225 characters. The headline needs to position you as the expert. Tell them what you do, how you do it, and the value, right? The value of what they get when they hire you. So I'm going to read you a headline that we came up with for one of my clients. I'm going to leave out some pertinent information to protect the innocent. No. Signage consultant at ABC company, wayfinding expert, corporate branding, ADA, and compliance, creating solutions to optimize your visitor and patient experience and empowering their perception of your facility. So we clearly state what she does, right? Wayfinding, signage, corporate branding, ADA, compliance. And then we kind of have that line, creating solutions to optimize your visitor and patient experiences and empowering their perception of your facility. So you see how that all blends together? It tells you what she does and how she does it, like the value at the end. Do you see how much stronger that is? Okay, tip number 7. Your LinkedIn profile, your about you and experience section, it shouldn't be a dump of your resume. We really need to put some time into your about you section. And I like to break that down into 3 parts. We start with a story, because you want to hook them. And then the second paragraph is your accomplishments, your skill set, what you bring to the table, what they get from you, because it's about them. What are they going to get, right? And then that third part for me usually is like that call to action, wrap up. And for the job seekers, I always like to put a little personal stuff in there, whether you're a volunteer at a pug center or you do community cleanups. You've got to put some personality in there. So 80% professional, 20% personal. Tip number 8, start following the companies that you're interested in. Hello, it seems so simple, but you'd be surprised at how few people actually take action on this. Start following the companies now that you're interested in, whether it's to work with them next year or in 5 years. And then start engaging on their posts, or people that work there, start engaging on their posts so that your name is top of mind and tip of tongue when you go to connect with them, when you go to submit your resume, when you go to have a Zoom call with someone, right? You want to have familiarity. Number 10, this is the most important tip, and you should be doing this all the time. If you have a job right now that you love, high five. I'm so happy for you, but you need to do this tip as well. Network, network, network. You should always be building your network because people shift and pivot and move around, right? So that strong network that you had in banking, those people might be gone in 5 years. I mean, we don't even know what the world's going to look like and what jobs are going to look like. Like there are jobs, like they always say that the kindergartners of 2021, they don't even have the job descriptions for what they'll apply for. Those jobs haven't been invented yet. So, we are a fast paced changing world. So even if you're an accountant or in banking, we just don't know what that industry is going to look like in 5 or 10 years. So always be growing your network so that when you need them, they're already there, right? So keep growing your network. So many times the clients that come to work with me for the career coaching, they stopped being on LinkedIn. They stopped growing their network because they were happy at their job. Did you know that the average length of a job is just under 3 years? Yeah, just under 3 years. So if you're at that mark, you need to just be thinking about your next move. Don't wait until you have to make it. It's so miserable that you can't stand it, or there's a layoff, or a company buys your company and there's a layoff that way. Get ready now. Why not always be prepared? So when that transition comes, it's so much easier, right? So literally my pro tip is to always be networking online. Reach out to people that you were connected with in the past, nurture your relationships. My 3C method is connect, cultivate, convert, and convert into opportunities, not clients. Clients will come, jobs will come, but convert into opportunities and the conversations. So I hope that was really helpful for my job seekers and career professionals. And if anybody there's 2 things I want to share. I'm going to copy that. So if you like the way this show looks and how easy it is to stream, you guys can go ahead and there you go. There's the StreamYard link. And you can too learn how to stream with StreamYard. It's so easy. And anyone who signs up with my link, I'm offering, just because I love StreamYard and I want to help you get started or level up your game, I'm offering a 30-minute tutorial. That's it. No cost, just to help you out. And then if you guys are ready, you're like, okay, I the writing's on the wall. I've outgrown the position. I have a boss that's micromanaged me and I've been unhappy for some time. That was my last client. She'd been unhappy, I think, for 6 years, or she's had the same boss for 6 years and it just got worse. So, why don't you go ahead? I'm going to put this in the comments. Set up a consultation. Let's just have a conversation to understand where you're at and where you want to be. And then, it's probably cat hair, right? From my cat right there, if you can see her. And then, maybe you're ready. Maybe you're ready to level up. You're ready to, just go out and get that new job. There's a couple different ways that you can work with me. And I'm going to put those in there too. So one is we can do a half-day VIP intensive. That's where we get your profile done and dusted. And I'll have some career exercises for you so that you're prepared. Your CAR statements, your challenge, your action, your result. You'll also have, your red flag list, the 5 organizations that, will create all these strategic lists for you to really focus on. So if that's something that you're interested in, that's the done and dusted version, or we can work together one-on-one for 3 months and get everything done while you're working full time, right? Because I understand you're probably working full time, but you're seeing the writing on the wall, it's time to pivot, right? Exit stage left. So let's have that conversation to see if this is a good fit. You guys, that's all I have for this week. I do have one question. What topic would you like me to talk about next Wednesday or future Wednesdays? Is there a LinkedIn question that you have? Can you drop it in the comments and I will answer it next week live? Is there a career question that you have? Same thing, drop it in the comments and I'll answer it live. Or maybe there's a program or app that you're curious about, or you're looking for a certain program or app for your business. Ask that question below, and I'm going to start answering those questions live on 15 Minutes of Fame. Thanks for joining me tonight. Mary Fain Brandt signing out. I'll see you next week. Bye.